As it stands, I mean, the telecoms industry is beset with lots of very large companies with lots of legacy hardware and legacy staff. Now, from a point of view of actual service provision, we do full service provision, certainly looking at voice services, and that's our particular niche. We provide voice services, both inbound and outbound, and engineering services to the telecoms industry. We don't have the legacy issues that large companies have. As soon as you move into a larger environment for a telco, you end up with legacy billing departments, legacy operations department covering all the engineering, legacy commercial departments. Now, for us, we use essentially cutting edge stuff. I mean, cutting edge is a very hackneyed phrase. The technology we're involved in it didn't exist 10 years ago. The stuff we work with didn't exist 2 years ago. It's very new. But we're working in an area where you can't do a degree in it. You can't be trained in it. The only training is through doing it and through working with the software. And what we're doing may be quite different to what somebody else who's providing a very similar product to us is doing, because they're working with different software, they have different ideas about it. It's a very fluid and new environment. We had a lot of reservations about taking on staff full stop. There was many reasons why we had reservations, and also just you get the wrong member of staff and you don't want to deal with those issues. We do not have time. We're very busy people. We don't like stress. We don't like any of that stuff. We don't do it. So finding the right person is tricky. Job Centre Plus personally, I thought they were great. You know, they delivered a very personal service. They came to see us first of all. Came out, they talked about how it works, they talked about what they can deliver, and within that, you know, we discussed what our needs were and decided with which of these products, for want of a better word, we'd look to work with. And for me, the thing that really worked was, or the thing that I really liked the look of, was the work trial. Now, with work trial, what it basically allows you to do is you have your interviewee, as they still are at that point, in for 3 weeks to actually come and work alongside you and to introduce them to the kind of tasks they're going to be doing, and it allows you to evaluate how well you think they're going to fit in with what you're doing. Really, you know, if you're going to get along with them on a working basis, you know, if you're comfortable with the interactions personally, you know. Really that you get on and that they have the ability to develop the skills that they need to do what, well, for ourselves, develop the skills that we need them to do, because it's not something we'd expect many people to have. What we really need is somebody with motivation and a reasonable level of intelligence. We'd sooner have somebody who's much lower cost, who we can train, who we can really, you know, we can actually really contribute something to their life. You know, we're setting them, I'd like to think we're setting them up in a fantastic career. When we brought the opportunity to Job Centre Plus, and once we'd been through the dialogue and figured out how we wish to work with them, we then had a period of probably 2 or 3 weeks, during which time Job Centre Plus put forward, I'd say 10 to 12 CVs that they thought were particularly geared towards what we wanted to do, or where I'd say also they had particularly enthusiastic applicants, like people who they saw this and they really wanted it. You know, they're highly motivated people. And we offered the work trial to Joe. We brought him in, and it became clear really, probably within a week. I mean, I was feeling very comfortable with Joe, and there was a few things that he'd done that my partner was very impressed with. In particular, some of the work we do, we have to go to sites around London. Now we're based out in Billericay, but we go to sites around London, and we'll have to go in there, whether it be our own site or another client's site, reboot a piece of hardware, maybe plug something in, go into the back of a rack full of computer servers and identify certain cables, plug them into a box, be on the phone with somebody back at the office and then go through whatever criteria we have to go through until it's all got the thumbs up, or until, evidently there's an issue that we hadn't expected, or an issue that has to be fixed in another way. And we sent Joe off to do a few of these, and he performed better than we expected. Well, I'm very happy with the whole local employment partnership situation. We'll definitely work with them again. Looking at working with the LEP rather than going to a recruitment agency, to some extent, it's an interesting situation, in as much as at least we're not working with somebody who's looking to make commission. I don't need somebody sold to me. It's not the situation we're in. We're either looking for raw talent, or we're probably looking for common skills, such as our next employee. We'll probably have a look at somebody who's going to have a much larger administrative function. So we'll be looking at somebody who's got very good attention to detail, somebody with decent computer knowledge, in particular spreadsheets. Somebody with some accountancy knowledge would be good, but not necessary. I don't think we need to pay somebody for that. I think that basically with the Job Centre Plus and their LEP scheme, there's the opportunities in there for us to basically find the right employees through the clients they put forward.